Hi everyone, I am here again with another flip through of one of my travel sketchbooks. I am mid-planning, experimenting with ideas for a collection based on the Peak District. So as you probably know, most of my paintings are seaside based or they might be fields, but I just had the urge to paint some hills. And as the Peak District is really close to me, I've been many times, and I just really felt like concentrating on that for a little bit, trying something a bit different. So welcome to my sketchbook tour, my Mam Tor, my sketchbook tour, and I just wanted to show you where I am. I've spent lots of time on this little book. I really enjoy doing these. I feel like it helps me figure out what I want to actually do for bigger finished paintings, and gives me ideas for how materials are working and new things I can try. These little books I treat a little bit like finished pieces themselves. Obviously they're in a sketchbook, but they really do help me come up with some ideas. So I've got a little flip through for you. I hope you enjoy it. So here we go. So yeah, so good sticker action over in the Peak District. I've got some nice stickers for that. This is where my Peak District thoughts always start. This is Winnats Pass. If you don't know the Peak District, it's a lovely kind of windy road that goes up between the hills, and it kind of acts as a gateway right into the really rocky bits. So yeah, it's quite iconic. So that's where I've started with my paintings. Usual MO, I've got backgrounds painted in a certain colour which give a hint of that colour through the paintings, and then I've been trying to limit my colours to see what colourways I really enjoy, and there's a lot of greens and sort of purples and blues in this series. So another Winnats Pass. Tried out, this one was done in Neo Colour 2, just fancied a bit of a change. A little bit of a crazy one, that one. I like some of the marks. I mean, I like this bit here is really quite interesting, but it's a little bit untidy for me. I was just having a bit of a play. Still Winnats Pass. Then we've gone up Mam Tor, which is a lovely place to visit. It's got some really nice walks. You can walk all the way along the ridge and get some absolutely stunning views, and it's not too hard to get up to the top either. It's not a massive hill. It's, you know, easily doable in about half an hour from a car park, but the views you get are absolutely fantastic. So definitely want to do something with this. Take my little stickers out. View from the top. Love this bit. That was me smudging, trying to get the shafts of light because we went in the evening, but just the simple process of running through the paint, that worked really well. So again, view from Mam Tor. Another view, not the iconic one, this is kind of as you walk up the hill, but I found this one a bit scruffy again. I'm not so sure about the sort of grunginess of the paints on the surface. I think this was done with watercolours first, because some of them I was doing sitting on the hill, but this was just a bit messy. I'm not so keen on that, but you know, hopefully when I move into acrylics that wouldn't happen anyway. A bit moodier, and actually this is probably the turning point where I thought I actually quite like the dark skies. So I am thinking I might have, it was a nice evening when we went up Mam Tor, but it wasn't cloudless, and I quite enjoyed that. So, and it was the sun was setting, so I just think that I quite like the darker skies. I might explore that a little bit. Again, with the sweep of the finger, that's why the stickers are on there, because I quite like both of those. This one, purely collage. I actually did a collage landscape workshop and used the papers in that to have a go in my sketchbook. I like it. I feel like it needs a bit more detail, but you know, I can always add that with some line work or even some stitching or something, but quite interesting to try it. We're still on Mam Tor at the moment. They've got these wonderful sort of stone paths on on the walk across the ridge. Really gone fluorescent with the background. I'm not sure if I want to do that this time. I'm favouring the sort of purpley backgrounds. Another view from Mam Tor. I was up there quite a lot, so loads of pictures from there. This was out the back. Can you call it the back? I don't know. It's sort of out the back. There's this lovely windy road that you can see going off into the distance. And another version of that. I do like the sort of lilac and the green and the blue together. I'm definitely going to explore that a bit more. So this is Cavedale. This is in Castleton. You can go up between the houses and suddenly you're in this wonderful gorge with these fabulous hillsides up each side. So you're sort of walking down the middle. Apparently it was a cave system where the ceiling collapsed in on it, which made this sort of wonderful valley. And there's the castle remains there, and I sort of sat up on a hill and looked down on the view. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I do like that one as well. I like the softness of the building, so I think this will probably be in my collection somewhere. Cavedale still. This is more towards the entrance. So on Snake Pass, which is like a notorious road that you can go on with some super sort of edges that you drive by, you can stop somewhere along there and you can see on either side there's moors, and it actually is where the Pennine Way crosses Snake Pass, and so you can stop there and sort of do a little bit each way. This is a little bit confusing, a little bit scruffy, but I did like the mounds, so I did some of those when I did the paintings for Anglesey as well, and I do really quite enjoy those, so I might definitely, well, I think I definitely will use one of those as ideas for my collection. Another view from the same spot, just looking the other way this time. And again, now I really like the lilac in the background and the little hints of pink. I actually like the softness overall of this one. I feel like it's quite a pleasing painting. The skies are a little bit crazy. I need to work on that, but yeah, I do quite like the softness. So I'm definitely going to look at that when I come to thinking about which ones I actually want to paint. Another watercolour one, not so keen on that, but I quite like the proportions of the painting. I mean, obviously lots of these are panoramic, and I do square paintings as well. I'll just adjust my viewpoint a little bit probably when I do the square ones. So this is on Bamford Edge. There's some really nice sort of not cliff top, edge top walks that you can do, and this one's a super one with amazing views over the valley. Yeah, really nice. Kerber Edge is sort of around this way a bit further. I think that's Stanage Edge if you keep going that way. But they have these wonderful heathers up on the top as well. These beautiful kind of pinky, reddy bushes with the heathers, and then there's other spiky bushes and things. Really pleasing. I like the orange underneath as well. It's the same area. Again, I'm just enjoying the skies. It's sort of not really not blues. I think I've done a lot of blue at the moment where you're on holiday, you know, and you're by the seaside and you want to see the blue in the sky. So these are a little bit darker, a little bit cloudier. I'm quite enjoying that. And this is on the way back from Bamford Edge. That's Kerber Gap is up here, which is another edge. So I actually really like this one. I like the path, I like the trees, I like the dark sky, I like the mounds. This is definitely going to be in the planning. Another Bamford Edge. This so we went to Lady Bower Reservoir. We were walking over the dam, but this is actually looking away from the reservoir. Weirdly, I just decided not to paint the reservoir at all. So this is looking the other way. I just love the trees. Again, I like the skies as well. Another Snake Pass painting. So as we were just driving by, I just stopped in the lay-by so I could take a photo, as you do. And another one. This one I actually was put in collage papers on. Now, obviously, I do a lot of collage on my work. Most of my paintings are mixed media with collage and paint, acrylic paint. But when I'm doing these books, I don't tend to collage. It's almost like another step that I don't need because I'm just planning. But I thought I'd have a go with this, and I really like it. I should do more in my books, really. But yeah, really pleasing. And that's that. So that's where I am with this. Another nice sticker on the back there. So my plan now is I'm going to choose which ones I really fancy working on, and then I've got a variety of different boards all cut and ready to go, and I'm just going to pick and choose the ones I'm going to use for my paintings. It's going to be quite exciting, I think, so watch this space. Thanks for watching.